Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Miss Anwar. Today, me and my team members will explain to you about the unemployment in Bangladesh. But first, let me introduce our team members. So, our team members include me, myself, Nur Azalia, and then Nur Atira, Nur Arina Mardia, Nadia Alisha, dan Siti Zulaika.
Me as the first presenter will talk about definition of the topic we choose, which is unemployment. What is unemployment? Unemployment is a term referring to individuals who are employable and actively seeking a job but unable to find a job. Included in this group are those people in the workforce who are working but do not have an appropriate job, usually measured by the unemployment rate, which is dividing the number of unemployed people by the total number of the people in the workforce. Unemployment serves as one of the indicators of a country's economic status. Next is unemployment in Bangladesh. There has been an alarming increasing in unemployment rates in Bangladesh, according to the Bangladesh Bureau of Statistics (BBS). Based on their data, the nation's unemployment rate increased by 3.51% in the first quarter of 2024 when compared to the final quarter of 2023. As a result of the most recent development, the number of unemployed people has increased by around 240,000 to 2.59 million from 2.35 million in the previous quarter. Consequently, the rate of unemployment will keep rising. Technical training should be used to make the educated unemployed self-reliant in order to address the unemployment issue. By providing loans on convenient terms with no interest, we should provide them a chance to start their own businesses. Every year, at least 2 million people enter the labor force according to BBS figure. Next is introduction of the country we choose, which is Bangladesh. Bangladesh is a South Asian country bordered by the India to the west, north, and east, Myanmar to the southeast, and the Bay of Bengal to the south. It is the 8th most populous country in the world, with a diverse cultural heritage and a rich history. Dhaka is the capital and largest city. Historically, Bangladesh was part of British India until 1947, after which it became East Pakistan following the partition. In 1971, Bangladesh gained independence after a war of liberation, becoming a separate nation. The country has made significant progress in various sectors, such as agriculture, textile, and information technology. However, it still faces challenges, including poverty, political instability, and environmental issues. Despite these obstacles, Bangladesh has shown resilience and growth, becoming a key player in regional and global markets.
Next, I would like to explain about the trend and statistics that have included into our topic, which is unemployment in Bangladesh. So firstly, I choose 2015. In 2015, Bangladesh unemployment rate was relatively stable at around 4.3%. The country's economy was experiencing moderate growth with significant contribution from the garment industry and infrastructure projects. The stable political environment and steady foreign investment supported job creation, contributing to a relatively low unemployment rate. The government was focused on maintaining economic growth and improving living standards. After 2015, I choose 2017 as the statistic and trend for unemployment in Bangladesh. The unemployment rate in Bangladesh for 2017 is 4.1%, reflecting a period strong economic performance. Bangladesh GDP growth was around 7.3%, followed by expanding export markets and infrastructure investment. The increase in economic activity and increase in investment in various sectors, including technology and services, contributed to a lower unemployment rate. For 2019, the unemployment rate increased to about 4.2 in 2019. The uptick was partly due to political instability and uncertainty surrounding the national election. Despite strong economic growth at around 8%, these political uncertainties may have affected investor confidence and job creation. Additionally, globally, economic condition and trade dynamics influence unemployment level economy. Next, I choose 2020 for the static and trend, which is it happened when COVID-19 has arrived to our nation. The COVID-19 pandemic had a significant impact on the global economy, including Bangladesh. The unemployment rate surged to approximately 5.1% as lockdowns, travel restrictions, and disruption to economic activities led to job losses and reduced economic output. The pandemic caused widespread disruption in industries such as garment and services, which are crucial to Bangladesh economy. Last but not least, I choose 2023 as the trend and statistic for unemployment in Bangladesh. The unemployment rate was projected to be around 5.0% in 2023, indicating a gradual recovery stabilization of the job market. Economic policies aimed at boosting industrial production and exports, along with efforts to attract foreign investment, contributed to this improvement. The focus was on overcoming the lingering effect of the pandemic and fostering sustainable economic growth. That's all for trend and statistics. Thank you.
Next, I will discuss about issues related to unemployment in Bangladesh. Firstly, Bangladesh education system. Many graduates from universities and colleges face higher unemployment rates than those with lower education levels. This is largely due to the education system may not aligning with the market demands, where soft skills like ICT, communication, and problem solving are crucial for employability, but often lacking in the graduates. In February 2022, the Dhaka Tribune reported that Bangladesh young unemployment rate was 11.4%, much higher than the national unemployment rate of 6.91%. This difference emphasized the difficulties that new graduates experience when looking for a job, despite having completed their school. There is frequently a mismatch between the workforce abilities and industry's demands, resulting in structural unemployment. Educational and training system may not aligning with labor market demands and limiting job development and also employment options. The next issue is high population growth in the Bangladesh. Bangladesh population growth rate is rather high, which contribute to a rise in the workforce. However, economy is unable to create enough job opportunities to meet population growth and declining unemployment, especially among the young people. The lack of job opportunities in the country is also contributing to the unemployment problem. Despite economic growth, the job market has not kept pace and the demand for skilled labor has not been met. Although foreign direct investment (FDI) is important for the job development, Bangladesh confront difficulty in obtaining sufficient FDI due to issues such as political instability, organizational inefficiency, and poor infrastructure. As a result, employment growth via industry development and new investment is very limited.
Let me proceed to the impact of employment in Bangladesh. The first is mental health issue. People who experience employment are often also very anxious and suffer from depression and stress. Employed graduates suffer from such mental health problem in a higher degree, which undermines their inner potential and degrades their self-worth. This problem tends to cause an individual loss of happiness, and even programs such as income support do very little in enhancing happiness among the employed. It also emphasizes that there is higher suicide occurrence in places where employment rate is high to show the level of suffering that goes hand in hand with lack of employment. Graduates also experience a feeling of embarrassment and self-doubt, particularly when facing family and friends who expect them to secure jobs. The second impact is socio-economic vulnerability. In Bangladesh, the recipients of higher education and qualifications who comprise the bulk of the employed graduates belong to households that have exerted great resources on the education of these individuals, often hoping for reward in good employment opportunities. Employed graduates in Bangladesh also come from middle and lower middle class family background where there is a dependence on graduates' future employment earnings. These families have some level income constraints and find it hard to make every month's bill without earning from the employed graduate. As this expectation is unfulfilled, the family bears the burden of making sacrifice. This economic pressure is felt mostly in families who has many children in school or where the graduate is the main provider of the family. Parents frequently remain responsible for the upkeep of the employed graduate and household debt long after their education is over, which puts further strain on the scarce family resources. This financial stress tends to undo all that the family's status equation have achieved and earned within the neighborhood. These economic strains and the pressure to support the family can lead to a cycle of vulnerability where the employed graduate feel a sense of responsibility and guilt for not being able to contribute to their family's income.
From the issue that we have been discussed earlier, which is the unemployment in the Bangladesh, the country needs policies to solve the problem issues. The first policies that can solve the issues related to the unemployment in the Bangladesh require a comprehensive approach. The government should change the educational system to guarantee that it delivers practical skill and training that meet the needs of the labor in the market. In addition, the government should prioritize entrepreneurship as a source of employment generation. In 2022, the government enacted the Bangladesh Start-up Act, which incentive entrepreneurs and startups to create new businesses. The Act also intends to improve economic climate and stimulate foreign investment in the country. The private sector can also help reduce unemployment in Bangladesh. It can offer training and internship opportunities for graduates to obtain practical skill and experience, increasing their employability. Partnership in infrastructure development can also enable the private sector to provide new job opportunities. The second policy is infrastructure and the human resource development must be prioritized by the both government and the business sector, and appropriate rules are required to ensure the private sector can provide infrastructure service efficiently. Similarly, both public and private colleges should step forward and introduce courses or programs that prepare graduates with the technical and management abilities needed in the modern industrial and other operation. In this setting, if the government and the private sector collaborate to successfully execute meaningful economic reform, Bangladesh has a high opportunity of participating in ASEAN's wealth and progress.
Next, for the conclusion, the high unemployment rate in Bangladesh shows the urgent need for a comprehensive strategy to deal with the rising unemployment rate of the country. Data from the Bangladesh Bureau of Statistics (BBS) shows that unemployment has risen significantly in the country, requiring immediate action, increasing technical training to empower the educated but unemployed population and encourage them to be self-reliant and enterprising are among the main solutions that have been proposed. An additional strategy recommended to counter the rising unemployment rate is to offer interest-free loans to assist people in launching their own business. Another important problem that triggers structural unemployment is the mismatch between industrial demand and education. By transforming the education system and providing training in real-world skills, we can also close this gap and better match graduate talent with business demand. As the economy cannot keep up with the rapidly growing workforce, the text also emphasizes the importance of infrastructure development and population control to offer additional job opportunities, particularly for the youth. Next, addressing Bangladesh unemployment problem requires a multifaceted strategy that includes educational reform, infrastructure improvement, and promoting entrepreneurship. These initiatives, coupled with strong government policy, can help stabilize the job market, reduce socio-economic vulnerabilities, and foster sustainable economic growth. That's all. Thank you.
This is the references that we get for our assignment. That's all from our group. Thank you.